everyone, this is Sandy Reese with StampinCrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to our weekly tutorial. Now we're going to try something new this month. We're going to see how it goes. Right now we have a second celebration event happening in August and September. So we have a brand new little Sale-a-bration. I have a hard time saying Sale-a-bration catalog, and with lots of stamp sets. We've got some paper, we have dies, all kinds of great things. So I thought I would try featuring one item out of the Sale-a-bration catalog each week. Now instead of doing, normally I do like 3 cards with a stamp set, I'm going to try just doing 1 card per video, but I'm going to do 3 videos a week. So we're going to see how it goes. They won't all be Facebook Live, but I will post them at noon on, we'll have a live on Thursday, then I'll post one for noon Saturday, and then one for noon on Monday. That's going to be the goal. And then we'll start again next Thursday with a new product. So my everything I use today, I'll be featuring these products all week long. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. You can also join our Facebook group. It's called Crew Stampers Forum. And I'll put a link in the description. And there will also be a blog post every day with measurements, supplies, and you know, everything you need to know about purchasing these items and getting free product. Okay, so let's flip you down and we'll show you what we're going to start with. I'm excited. We're going to see how this goes, and then at the end of the month we'll do a poll and see what you all think. You know, we got to try new things every once in a while, shake it up a little bit. Okay, so first let me show you the product we're going to use out of our Sale-a-bration selection. All right, we're going to start with the Feels Like Home stamp set. All right, this is free with a $50 purchase. And I'm going to give you some options for figuring out a $50 bundle that we're going to be using with this stamp set all week. So I love this one. It doesn't have a whole lot of images. It has this big one right here, a little potted plant, I think they're tulips, kind of a vine, and then we have 4 sentiments. I know I can count. 4 sentiments, so 7 stamps total, free with a $50 order. Now I am going to pair this week with first the Bloom, well, I've got this out, Bloom Where You're Planted Designer Series paper, which I love. And I love this for a couple reasons. Lots of greens, shades of greens in here, but there are other shades, other colors as well. So let me show you the paper real quick. This is, the second one is the back. You see they're double-sided. Okay, so one of the things I love about this, not only the color palette, but the back paper, the back sides of the papers, because this is a fun little wood plank pattern. Then we have a lot of little pots. Okay, and then we have this fun gray leaf print. Then a fun little tropical jungle print with lots of greens. And then brick wall. Anything brick wall, I am loving it. So this is kind of a gray brick wall. Then we have these plants. Now these plants can be cut out to put inside of these pots. Isn't that cool? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that in a class coming up here pretty soon. Probably in our workshop class. So on the back side of this one is this wood grain pattern. Okay, I love that pattern. Then we have this green on green leaf print. And then another brick wall. I love this brick wall. It's cinnamon cider is the color, and it's just, you know, we have big bricks here, and then we have smaller bricks right here. So a couple of choices. Then we have this fun kind of, you know, silver dollar. There's a kind of, it almost looks eucalyptus to me, you know, the little round eucalyptus, but it's meant to cut like this and then cut this way so you can get several cards out of this pattern. But we're going to use it a different way later in the week. And then the back side of this is just this nice little mottled muted gray background paper, which is what we're going to use today. I love all the colors and patterns in here. Okay, now we are also going to pair this with the watercolor pencils. So we're going to use the watercolor pencil assortment #1, and we're going to use this all week long. I love this. Okay, we're going to a little different coloring. So our paper, and then the last thing we're going to use all week is the Ornate Frames dies. So I'm going to bring that up right here. Ornate Frames dies. This is $34. The watercolor pencils are $16. So if you purchase both of those, you're going to earn the Feels Like Home stamp set for free. Now I'll give you a couple other options too, but you can go to sandyreese.stampinup.net to place an order. You can email or text me with your order as well, or during workshops this month or classes. But I love this because it has great different sizes for the frames. Some are kind of plain, and then some are super fancy. So we're going to have some fun with all these products. I love putting together a set of products and tools and coloring, and then making all different cards that look so different with the same products. All right, so let's get to today's. So today I am just going with Smoky Slate card base. So this is just 8.5 by 5.5. I'm doing Grand Black today. And then I have a layer of basic black, and then a layer of that mottled gray background paper. And I kind of took it out of the middle so that I could use some of my other pieces. All right, so this is going to just glue down. We're going to start by gluing this. I'm just using some Tombow liquid glue, a thin amount. I'm going to glue this to the black. And this is just a thin little border. And measurements will be posted on the blog later. And then I'm going to use some of this Smoky Slate, how big is this? 7/8 inch kind of grosgrain ribbon. I love this because it's kind of shimmery, but it's nice and wide, which we don't always get wide ribbons. So I enjoy a good wide ribbon once in a while. So I'm just gonna tape it around. We're gonna put a nice big focal point on the front. So I don't wanna do a bow. I just wanna add a little bit of texture with that fun ribbon. Look how shiny that is. Isn't that cool? All right, so next let's just go ahead and glue this down to our card front. Make sure I've got it opening the right way. Yes, I do glue things on upside down occasionally. It has been known to happen. All right, so I have a black mat, and then I have a piece of basic white that's going to fit right on there. We're going to use the big image. So this has the door, the tree, the bike, the porch, all kinds of stuff going on here. So let's get this inked up, and I'm just using Memento ink. I feel like this ink pad might not be inked evenly. I don't want it to be too blotchy. We'll try it and see how it looks. All right, hopefully that will be okay. I'm gonna actually stamp it a little bit to the left. It won't be right in the center. I'm just doing it a little to the left of center. Hoping it's going to come out nice. All right, that's not too bad. It's a little dark in a couple spots, but I think it's because I did not ink this evenly, so I may have to work on that. That's all right. Then I'm going to do this sentiment that says, "Your friendship feels like home to me," which I thought worked really well with this because that's your home. All right, so I'm using this little die cut piece from the Ornate Frames dies. And I'm hoping that this is going to center pretty well on here, because I did die cut that first. So it's a little bit dark, but that's okay, because we've got that black and that's gonna look really pretty. All right, so that's all the stamping I'm going to do. Now, if you haven't used watercolor pencils, there's several ways you can use them. I'm going to use them this week on my basic white cardstock, and this is my favorite way because it goes so quick, because I don't like coloring. So I'm going to start, I've got early espresso, and I'm going to do my porch in espresso. Now I am just lightly, very lightly, putting a little espresso pencil on my image. Okay, I'm not doing a lot of heavy coloring. There's just a little bit of scribbling in the back. But I'm trying to go with the grain of the image. Okay, so let's do the basket in brown too. And then we'll do this little basket up here in brown. All right, I think that's it for the espresso. Now I'm going to give myself a pretty red door. So I'm just kind of coloring it in the direction that the this image says to go. I'm going to leave that little spot, the little knocker thing, open. Let's just color the rest of this red. Okay, these colors are going to pop more when we get to that point. All right, let's do a blue bicycle. I'm not going to do a ton of coloring. I just want to make sure we can tell it's a blue bicycle. So I'm just doing a little bit of blue on the body of the bike. The seat, we'll do the handles. Okay. Not too much on that. All right, so that's blue. Let's do yellow. We'll do a little yellow around the door. So kind of the frame is going to be yellow right there. I'm not worried about getting it perfect. It's okay. And then we're going to do some gray on the wall. Since we have a gray background for a designer paper, I'm going to do some gray in here on this brick wall. Whoops, a little too dark there. That's all right. You know, you can also erase the watercolor pencils. If you get it too dark before you do anything to it, you can take an eraser and kind of soften up your lines if it's too much, which I really like. Okay, I'm just doing a little gray on this side, and this is very light. You can always add more color, but you can't take it away. I'm going to do a little gray on my windows. Okay. I think that's good. I might add a little more later, we'll see. Now let's do some fun little colorful pots down here with some of our other colors. That's Calypso Coral. Maybe we'll do a little raspberry pot right there. And maybe a fun blue pot right here. Why not? Then we have Old Olive. I think this is Old Olive. And I'm going to do all my greens. Now, this tree is very small and detailed, so I'm not worrying about it. I'm just doing like little circles of color where those leaves are going. And then we'll do the same thing over here. We'll just do some greenery there. A little greenery in our pot. You know, I don't like coloring, so, you know, whatever's easiest is what I'm going to do. Quick and easy. And then I'm going to do just a little bit of black on my bicycle tire. Just a little bit. I'm going to bring that blue back because it's got some fenders on this bike that I forgot about. Let's just add a little bit of blue there. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to color. I'm going to bring in a blender pen I love blender pens, and I am going to just blend each color separately. So I'm going to do my little pots, and then in between each color, I kind of wipe my blender pen off so I don't mix the colors. Let's do our yellow door. I have to be careful because I did put some black in there. And what I'm doing is just kind of taking the pencil and then just blending it into itself. Okay, and that's going to take out all those lines so that the color looks a lot smoother. And it doesn't even have to be perfect. Because they're watercolor, it's kind of a watercolor look. Let's do our windows. I need to go back and add, I was going to make my little knocker thing yellow, which I forgot about. Okay, so this is what's so great about the watercolor pencils. They're very forgiving. They're very quick and easy to do. I'm doing all my greens now. And then you can bring a little color, extra color around. So it doesn't have to be perfect. My hands are a little shaky today. I don't know why. I already had lunch. I got up really early this morning, so I ate lunch earlier. Okay, so I'm just coloring my porch. And this doesn't have definite lines, so it's just kind of, you know, loosey-goosey. All right, let's do our wall. I have to be a little careful here because I don't want to get other weird colors in my gray wall, which is easy to do. I gotta be careful I don't get that blue like I just did, but it's okay because it's kind of watercolory, so if colors mix, it's okay. You just don't want a ton of weird mixtures going out there. Okay, let's do our bike now. This blue is pretty dark. I'm trying to be a little more careful. Okay, I want to get these wheels. And maybe a little bit of black there. The black is very dark as well. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get rid of some of that blue. All right, I think that's everything. I mean, how quick and easy was that? And that's a pretty, it's a lot of different colors on that one image. So let's go ahead and glue this down. The glue's not coming out very well. And we're just doing a nice thin border. All right. And I'm just going to glue this flat to the card front. Let's see if we can get this centered. And we're gonna pop up our sentiment. Get a couple of little dimensionals here. Just too many dimensionals should be plenty. And I'm just gonna pop this up right here. All done. I mean, how cute is that? Very simple stamping. And if you have a different label you want to use, then that's fine, or whatever sentiment you want to put there. But that is it for today. Make sure you hit subscribe, or if you're on our Facebook group, check back on Saturday for our next card featuring the Feels Like Home stamp set. And thanks so much for stopping by, and I will see you soon. All right, bye everybody.